So, Propriety.
Uh-huh.
I had a few questions I wanted to ask about the league.
Of course.
I'm very curious about how it all got started.
Ah, okay.
So, like, who were the people that came up with the idea? Who decided to put it together? All that stuff.
Yeah, so let's see. Back, it would have been... I believe it was PAX Prime 2010 would have been right after... So PAX East started in 2010, and PAX Prime 2010, which happened after that, a guy named Patrick, so Professor Pine, I don't know, you may have heard him mention.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
he was on the stream
Yeah.
back in East.
Yeah. So he was the one who like came up with the idea, and I think the first year at Prime 2010, it was just like him and a few of his friends, like kind of got together and said that they were doing this, and like a few people, you know, they told people that they wanted battles, and it wasn't super organized. I think they had like red bandanas or something. But the year after that, at East 2011, so they made a thread about it in the PAX forums on the Penny Arcade, or the PAX subforum of the Penny Arcade forums, and that attracted some attention, and I think so it would have been my second year going to East. I got involved as a gym leader at East 2011, and at that point it was Patrick and a few people. So just like it is now, where it's just like, you know, people come and they volunteer and they help, and we all just sort of put this thing together. It was that way back then too, just with much fewer people. And so it started with Patrick and a guy named Andre, and then Kim and I think Kim joined Prime 2011. I joined East 2011, and we sort of like, Patrick was really busy. Andre ran things for a little while, but I sort of co-ran stuff, and he got busier and didn't really have time for it anymore, and so I sort of took over more of the responsibility, and that's Kim and I just sort of, it grew, more people got involved, and that was it. It just got, I don't know if that was helpful. Was that?
Yeah, that was.
Was that an informative? I don't even know. The green scarves came about. I think that started at East 2011. I think that was like an executive decision that they tried, and we stuck with it.
So-
it just cute community run. Sorry, go ahead.
How many of the original people that were involved are still involved?
Oh, that's a good question. So somewhere on the PAXPokemonLeague.net website, I think maybe under history, there's a link to the old, yeah, okay, I'm on it. The East 2011 website. So that would have been the first year of it at East. Leaders, let me look at the leaders. I don't know what happened to him. He's not. That's Andre. Andre's not involved anymore. No. So,
Was Andre the one who hosted the Prime party before? Or am I thinking of someone else?
did he host a Prime party? Maybe he did. I mean, I think he still goes to Prime.
Like, he lives in Seattle, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
And Patrick does too. A lot of the people who started it do, because it started at Prime. But there are people, yeah. So like Coco, who does some of the line art for the art team, was there the same year I started. Hamato still applies to be a gym leader. Hiker Bill was a gym leader in 2011, the first year at East, so he's original, kind of. Yeah, so quite a few people have stuck around. I don't know. I actually don't know, because I don't think there was a website for Prime 2010. So I don't know who the gym leaders were, who Patrick's friends were that like volunteered to be gym leaders that year. Wonder if there are Facebook pictures of them. Gosh, I can't believe that was like 10 years ago, or 5 years ago. A long time. Such fans.
So, what percentage would you say of gym leaders every year are returning gym leaders?
So I try, Kim and I, when, at least for East, obviously it's different for us and South because they just started, and Prime, I'm not as involved in the like selection process for Prime, so I don't actually know. But for East, we try to keep it like 50-50 more or less, because we generally get, that's generally like the breakdown of applications that we get. And we try to make room for new people because some people have been gym leaders, you know, several years in a row, and we love people coming back because they are experienced and they know what they're doing. But at the same time, you know, everybody wants to have a chance, and so it's really tough though. I hate like not selecting people. That's the worst thing. I wish we could just have like 100 gym leaders, but something
that might be overkill.
Something tells me that might.
The lines will be down.
The lines would be down, but I'm worried that there would be no challengers because they'd all be gym leaders.
Wouldn't fit in the handheld lounge, would we?
Yeah, no, we wouldn't. They would probably like kick us out. Yeah. So it's about, to answer your question, it's usually around 50-50, new versus old, I think, or returning versus fresh-faced. Trying to put it, old isn't a good word.
So, what was your theme when you were a gym leader your first year?
Oh, so I was mostly psychic type. I think I got away with a few non-psychic type Pokemon by saying that I was like my team was themed around intelligence, but I was primarily a psychic type leader. Most of my favorites skew psychic. So.
You mentioned on Twitter your favorite was Alakazam.
Yeah, it's my favorite. Hasn't always been my favorite, but yeah, now he is.